Good morning, everyone. It is a very humid morning again, so I'm beginning to move my Facebook Lives into my office studio. So welcome. And I so enjoy doing these for you. You may all think I plan all these like months ahead. It's not true. I actually create the title or what I'm going to talk about the morning of. I so trust the divine to give me the message that you all need to hear. And it comes to me, and that's how we chat. Good morning. So, 2 words that will help you lose weight is what we're going to talk about today. And if you're not familiar with who I am, I'm Vickie Griffith with Breakthrough. I specialize in helping people crush their cravings so they can lose weight and keep it off. For cravings are the saboteur to any diet. And we only have so much willpower. Hi, Candy. We only have so much willpower, and it will not take us through to our goal weight for many of us. And then we are on and off a diet, and we feel like we're failures. And most of my clients are very successful people. They say, why can't I get this one area fixed? Why can't I get this to be successful? And what's going on is what's going on in the brain, the belief systems, and how you feel about yourself and your body. So that's what we're going to chat about today. So welcome everyone. It is Friday morning in Florida, and it's around 8 a.m. Good morning, Candy. And I'm glad you're here. Glad you're here. So let's get started. There are these 2 words that if you start incorporating them in your daily life, you will begin to lose weight. That won't take a whole lot of willpower. It's not a diet. It's not anything about food, which is what we normally concentrate on when we're losing weight. And I use the term losing weight only because it's you and I talking right now, and it's kind of the general term for marketing. But reality is losing weight in the subconscious mind is fearful. It says, oh my gosh, that's dangerous, because it always has felt dangerous in the past. And so instead, this time, since we're talking about words, and these are not the 2 words that I'm chatting with you about, instead this time, say I'm choosing to release weight, shed weight, get rid of it. So that your subconscious mind is, oh, that's different. We can do that. It feels safe. And it's all about keeping yourself safe. So that's your first challenge, is start paying attention to how you're talking about letting go of this weight. There's another term, letting go. Are you continuing to say, I'm losing weight? Then you will lose at weight loss, for sure. So that's tip number 1. The thing that I'm going to be talking about today is the 2 words that are basically sabotaging your diet if you're not using these right, or your weight loss. Because when a chronic dieter, okay, like myself, a chronic dieter who's been in every program, and seriously every program, because I've been doing this since I was 10. And my parents probably tried to put me on diets even younger. I know I drank diet soda, Faygo, for matter of fact. You remember what that is. Faygo Pop diet, since I can remember. And so if you've had a history of chronic dieting, what has happened is we move out of our bodies and move into focus around the diet. We move into focus around what foods are appropriate and what foods aren't. That's that on and off, good and bad foods. We focus entirely on the food. What we can have, we count calories, we count carbs, we count fat. There's nothing wrong with that. Every now and then I do that too, so that I can kind of check where I'm at. It's not a judgment, it's not a total focus, it's not an everyday I have to do, but sometimes about 3 to 4 days a month, I will pick up, you can get apps for free that will do this, whether it's low carb or calorie counting. Some will do all and both, and just pick something that's comfortable for you and just start recording it. I don't believe in food journals or counting all the time, because then we get obsessed about the counting. And again, what I'm sharing with you is that the counting, the diet, the food we can have, it takes us out of our body. And if you're a chronic dieter, that means you're never in your body. Over and over and over again, you're focused on everything else but your body. And I had someone ask about an out-of-body experience just the other day, and can it happen? Sure, we're just energy, why not? You know, if you focused on that, could you? Sure. Can you learn how? Absolutely. But you're doing it every day, and you don't even realize it. You're doing it every single day as a chronic dieter, and you don't even realize it. And when you're out of your body, then the emotions start taking over, and you're treating and dealing with the emotions, again, out of your body. They ping along in your body if you're not working with them or addressing them. So I'm not saying don't do that. I'm saying address them, acknowledge them, release them. So some of the techniques that you'll see in these series of videos, tapping, this method that I showed you about releasing, using your breath, acknowledge them. Because that's another thing that we stay away from, is we feel emotion, but we shove them down with food. So they're too hurtful or harmful, or we've been told, don't go there. I was told never to cry. When I was a child, pick up your big girl panties, blow it off, shake it off, go. And as a highly sensitive person, that was really difficult for me to hear, because I wanted to be like everyone else. So sometimes our emotions will take us out of our body too, and we eat to get back in our body, to ground ourselves, but we're still not listening to our body. We're dealing with the emotions. And if you're dieting and you're a chronic dieter, you're used to focusing on the food. You're used to focusing of how much and when, what kind, and that's all out of body. So these two little words keeps you in your body, and your body will tell you how much, what, and what types of food. Good morning. Hi, Corinne. Good to see you. What kinds of food your body wants. But we don't trust it anymore. We trust the diet. We trust the food plan. We trust the doctor. We trust everyone else, but we don't trust our bodies anymore. And so these two words, I like, and then finishing the sentence about your body, will keep you in your body, so that you can start noticing, when am I physically hungry? Because we feel a lot of emotional hunger, and we haven't discerned which is what. So any hunger feels like I'm physically hungry, when in fact your body's saying, not really. Now there's some issues that people can't feel when they're hungry or when they're satisfied. And that's a whole different conversation. So that's something that we would look at with your physician, but also working with the mental and emotional part on that. Sometimes they're just so out of their body for so long, they don't recognize that. One of my clients just said to me, because part of my program is, when am I physically hungry and when am I satisfied? She goes, I don't get when I'm satisfied. And she's like 4 to 5 weeks in. And like, that's really common. And that was my point too, when I started this program, is I had to play with that for a long time. Sometimes I didn't eat enough and my body was hungry in an hour. Physical growling in my stomach. Other times I'd eat way too much and then I felt full and bloated. So there was a learning the balance of what that's like, and giving myself permission when I was physically hungry to eat something, because if you are a chronic dieter, you only have so much food to eat. And so regardless if you're hungry or not, you can't eat until the next time. This really concerns me about intermittent fasting that's happening right now. It's a big craze, and I've read the reports about how good it is for your body. I also understand that any statistic or report or research can be skewed just based on what they want it to reveal. So that's why you'll find when all of a sudden they say, coffee's good for you, and then the next week they say coffee's bad for you, and then a week later it says coffee's good for you. That's why, because the statistics and the research are based on what their desired outcome is, and although they try really hard not to infuse their intention, there's been studies on that over and over again about how our intention will create a path that we focus on. With water in different rooms, people just having the intention that water is bad and it's ugly, and then freezing it and looking at the crystals and finding them deformed, and they're not even in the room, to coming into the building where the water is, that you're intending it all to be good and it's going to be beautiful, and then freezing it and finding that it actually is. There's a lot of studies about intention, the observer effect in physics. Right now they're talking about that a lot. So whether it's a wave energy or a particle depends on your intention and what you want to see. Fascinating. It really is fascinating. And because as chronic dieters, we've been out of our bodies so much, we don't even know what our body is. We're so ashamed of our bodies. We don't trust our bodies. We trust the diet to tell us what to eat and when to eat and how much. And so we've moved so out of our bodies that we are not able to think kindly anymore about our bodies. We berate our bodies with, what's wrong with you? Look at this roll around my middle. Why are my arms so flabby? I hate you. I hate everything about you. How come I don't look like the models? Which is such an unrealistic expectation, because any magazine you get's been photoshopped. Seriously. The models don't even look like that in real life. And then comparison. How come I don't look like? And then feeling badly about ourselves. How come I can't get myself to? This is what you're focused on, rather than what you like about your body. And so it's hard. It's really hard as a chronic dieter to get back into the body by saying, I like. I'm not even asking you to say I love right now. The first step is just to say, I like. And then I'm sure you have amazing features even at the weight you are right now. By saying, I'd like. Most people comment to me on my eyes. And so I love my eyes. And I can say that now. I couldn't at one point, but I had to start with I like. And finding things about your body. I like that I can see with contacts now, but I can still see in reading glasses. I love and I like that I'm breathing. I like that my body is willing to adjust so easily sometimes to releasing the weight, to being healthier. I like that it can adapt. I like that I have nice square shoulders. I like that, I have pretty decent skin for my age. And see, that's not even really positive, but it's a place to start. Because a lot of times we look in the mirror and we're like, oh, look at that wrinkle. Where'd that come from? Or we'll look at the saggy skin and go, oh, jeez. The only way to get rid of that now is lots of exercise or surgery. Could be true. I don't know. And then we think about how hard it's going to be. So start with I like about your body. I like that it operates within the parameters of the food that I give it. It knows how to metabolize. Oh, thank you for the little like button. It metabolizes perfectly. I like that my heart beats and I don't have to think about it. I like that, I like my hands and I can use my hands. I can grasp things. I like that I can hold things. I like that I can hold people in my arms. It's going to be different for everyone, but starting with I like and fill in the blanks. Challenge you to create 10 I likes today. That's right, today. Write them down. It's easy for us to play in our heads. Oh, thank you. The other like. It's easy for us to be in our head. And there's a whole different energy that happens when we write things down. One, it makes our a little bit more permanent, but there's stuff that oh, thank you for the heart. There's stuff that goes on in our brain when we write things down. Writing is actually, handwriting things is actually very complex for our brain. And so it makes us focus on what we're writing. So 10 I likes. First, start paying attention how you're talking about losing weight, because that's very scary to the mind, and change that. The second is 10 I likes about your body. Let's get back into your body. Your body will tell you what you need and what you don't need. You'll actually start finding that after you write these 10 things, and I would actually, you remember when we, maybe it's just my age, when I was growing up in elementary school, if you did something wrong, you had to write it over 200 times and turn it in. The opposite of our affirmations, right? Our positive affirmations. So instead, we're going to write 10, and you can be the same ones every day. This will take you like 2 minutes. And if it's difficult, then reach out to me. We need to chat, because it's time for you to get back in your body. It's a time for you to start liking yourself so that you can move forward, whether it's in your weight loss, in your business, in sales, in relationships. You have to, my rule and belief, you have to love yourself first before anyone can love you in the way that you want to be loved. And so however you are looking for someone to love you, you need to love yourself that way. And because we're chronic dieters, we don't. We find everything wrong with our body instead of what's right with our body. And miracles are happening every single day in your body, regardless of what weight you are. So instead of looking at what's wrong, let's start looking at what's right. I like, and I'm not asking you to love it, I'm just asking you to like it. If you are finding that this is a challenge, oh, thank you. If you're finding this is a challenge, let's chat. I am still opening my calendar for 15-minute phone calls with me to kind of get you on track and get you moving into the next step. So I will post that underneath my link so you can do that easily underneath this video today. So we talked about several things today, but the two most important thing is, how are you talking to yourself about your weight? Are you saying, I need to lose weight, I've got to lose weight, I'm losing weight? Stop it, because you're just telling your subconscious mind that we're losing something. And what happens if you lose your cell phone? I've actually misplaced it in my house and freaked out. I knew it was here, but I freak out, and that's what happens when we lose weight. The second thing is to get back in your body with finishing the statement, I like. Write them 10 times, and write them 10 times every day. It could be the same things, it could be different. I also wanted to share with you the energy of writing. Not only is it good for your brain because it's very complex, so you'll stay focused on it, but here's what's fascinating about the energy behind writing. A 3-year-old will sit down with their crayons or their markers or their paints, and they will make you an amazing picture. And they'll make it for you. My youngest granddaughter actually just did this a couple weeks ago. She was here. We have a whole drawer full of markers and crayons and colored pencils and coloring books and plain paper. And she drew a dog for us. Now she's a lot older than 3. She's 10, 11 soon. And children know the energy behind drawing something for you out of love. And they know that when they put it on that piece of paper, that love is going to shine through to you when they give it to you. Her entire intention was to drawing something for us, which was a dog, which we love dogs. And giving it to us, the energy of love was received. What was really interesting is about a week or so ago, she was here with us, and I have it on the refrigerator. Of course you do, right? That's what you do, because she made that for me out of love, actually, for both my husband and I. And she saw it displayed on the refrigerator, and she goes, oh, you have my picture on the refrigerator. I'm like, of course, I want to see it every day. And she just lit up. They instinctively know energy passes through the writing or the drawing. And so this is where we're getting for you, is to focus on the energy of I like, And eventually we'll get to I love, but I'm not going to challenge you with that. I like. Put it on paper. The brain goes, oh, okay. Your focus, the subconscious mind goes, oh, yeah, that's true. And you are really sending the energy of like to yourself. There's your challenge. Stop. If you notice yourself saying, I need to lose weight, I have to lose weight, I'm losing weight, to release, shed, let go, get rid of, however you want to do that. And this I like challenge 10 times every day through the weekend. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're having trouble, click the link and set up a time with me. I have over 70 people looking for sessions with me or time with me to talk about things that's going on for them in the next couple of weeks. So do it soon. My calendar is pretty open, but starting tonight, they're going to start filling in pretty quickly. So have a lovely weekend. This is being recorded on Friday. I will see you Monday morning at 8 a.m. In the meantime, reach out to me through email, direct message. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you what you would like me to talk about. What's your challenge? I won't say Steve has. I'll just mention what's going on because I can guarantee you if you're experiencing it, others are as well. So until next time, I'm going to leave you with, I love my blue bookcase. I'm going to leave you with my blue bookcase for a moment. Take some deep breaths in and have a lovely weekend. Till next time, sending love.